Hi everyone. Today I am discuss about functions in Python. So first of all, we need to understand function. So what is function? Function is a group of statements put into single block. Then it is called function. The block of code wherever we require, in that place we can call. Okay. See, for example, if I take a equal to 10, b equal to 20, then c equal to a plus b, print c. So this is a addition of two values, same as c is equal to a into b, then print c. So here the result, what is the result of this program? 30 and 200. Addition of two values 30, multiplication of two values 200. So when how many times automatically it is executed. So in this situation, in this program, I want multiplication of two values only. So that logic only I want access. So in that situation, is it possible? No, it's not possible. Okay. So this is are the two logics. So this logic is put into one function. This logic is put into another function. Then wherever we require, in that place we have to call. Okay. So that's the reason. So how to define the function? What is the function syntax? So function start with the diff keyword. Diff. Then function name. First of all, here I take display function name. Then this is a block of code. Colon means it's a block of code. Okay. So block of code means must be follow indentation. So this is a tab space. Okay. This is a tab space. So this is a block of code because of it's a follow indentation. Okay. So this is a function, and this logic also I put into another function. So function start with the diff keyword. Access is a function name. Then this is a block of code. That's why we need to follow indentation. So here a comma b values are not there. So that's the reason I have to put some other values. Okay. I take small values 3 comma 6. Okay. So is it possible? Can you get any output in this area? No, it's not possible. Why? Because if you call this function, then only it's executed. How to call? Calling function must be defined wherever we require. For suppose I want this logic, then we define calling function. How to call? With the function name. Just this is a calling function. Now output is only 10 plus 20, that is the result is 30. So if you want this one also, then we define access like this. Now both addition and subtraction, both addition and multiplication, both logic are executed. If you want, then only you can call. Okay. So this is a functions actually. So that is a syntax. Wherever you can, what is a function? The function is a block of code put into one single block. That is a function. When we define, so if you want execute wherever we require, okay, in that place, in the situation, we define one function. The function is we can call anywhere. Okay. So what is the syntax? This is a syntax for function. Okay. Function with example we will see. Okay, what are the basic functionalities are? Generally, basically functions are four types. First one is a function with argument, a function with return type. Actually these are the functions actually. So the function also some different types of functions is there, like condition statements are there, if, simple if, nested if, else if. So like that here also the function have with argument, the function have with return type, the function have with argument and with return type, the function have without argument and without return type. So these are the four basically function types. Okay. So first of all, function with argument. So how to define, that's a, what is that function with arguments? So how to define diff is a keyword. Start with function and display is the function name. We can take any name, not only display. Okay, we can take any name. Then here I define arguments. So here a comma b are called arguments. Okay, arguments. So this is a block of code. So c equal to a plus b, then print c. So this is a display is the one function. The function have arguments. A comma b are called arguments. Okay. So this program is executed by default. So when you execute this program, then is it print any result? No. Actually here required calling function is required. So how to call? The function have arguments, must be passed some parameters. So here what happened? 12 values stored into a, 45 values stored into b. then a plus b, these are the two values are added, stored into c, then print c, then only we can get the output. Addition of two values 57. Okay, so this is the function with argument. So next one is a function with return type. With return type, so function doesn't contain any argument, then but here thing is must be return type. So using the return keyword, must be define return keyword. Okay, so the return keyword also must define end of the function only, don't define in between. Okay, return keyword is a define end of the function. Okay, using the return keyword, return is a keyword, so c, return c. So if the function doesn't contain any argument, don't pass any parameter. So this is a function is calling, then this function is return some result to this function. Okay, it's a return gift like that. Okay, so it's a return value I am storing into one variable, that is variable name is val, then print val. Okay, so it's a return type. The function contain return type means if you call this function, then this function return some result. Okay, so the result is stored into one variable, then print value. Okay, so 79. Okay, so that is a second approach. Then what about third approach? The function with argument and with return type. Argument means we are pass here. Okay, so then return type is there, no issue, so it doesn't require to define individual values. So this is a function have arguments, must be passed argument parameters. So 23 values stored into a and 56 values stored into b, then a plus b, so addition of these two values and stored into c and return c value. Okay, so when you call this function, then this function is the return type also there. Okay, so it is access arguments and its return result. Okay, some result is also given, the result take and store into this val variable, then print val variable. So the function contain with the argument and with the return type, so the result is 79. Okay, then fourth one is the function without argument and without return type. Argument is not there, the function, then return type also not there, then here I define a comma b equal to some values and that doesn't contain any return type, that's why I print c. Okay, so there is no argument, don't pass any parameters and doesn't contain any return type, so just is a calling function, then the function contain whatever statements are there, those statements are executed and print output. Okay, so these are the 4 types of basic functionalities in Python. Okay, thank you.